the top seed in the East, the Miami Heat takes on the NBA's leading scorer, Allen Iverson, and the Philadelphia 76ers. With Doug Collins and Hall of Famer Cheryl Miller, this is Kevin Harlan. A pleasant good evening.
That's what Shaq has done. He's elevated all these guys' games. Here's Damon Jones, normally a three-point shooter.
Allen Iverson, Calvin Bear, and picked up by Iguodala. Allen Iverson. And Philadelphia comes the other way with a 44% shooting mark so far in the first portion of this game. Iverson brings his way in for two.
How did he do that? He was almost laid out at the basket, but again, Philadelphia, you do it by getting in the open court. Iverson just sizing up. Damon Jones goes around him, lays himself out at the basket, the circus shot. Shaq is set down, and Philadelphia is climbing back in the game.
To take the place of Shaq as Iverson had it. He's got 6 and now has 8, and that is a game-high 8 for Allen Iverson.
I really like what Philadelphia is doing now. They're recognizing court along with Rick Brunson, playing for John Chaney.
A 3 by Iverson. And Allen Iverson takes the most shots from the field of any player in the NBA.
It's going to be interesting to see
Iverson, who has scored the last 9 points for the Philadelphia 76ers. There are no fouls to give either way. Porter, the 3.
Long shot for them now after losing the other night. They could pull within 1 game. That loss made it 3. And they've got a tough schedule ahead. I think right now Jimmy O'Brien just wants to be in the playoffs.
Iverson inside, diving into the defense of Miami, and a foul is called. At point, here he is, Allen Iverson, for the Philadelphia 76ers. He is a guy that goes to the free throw line as much as any player in the NBA. Here's taking on the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, congratulations to Eddie Jordan and the Washington Wizards last night to win. They got into the playoffs.
First lead tonight. He's got a game-high 13.
The game, he said he thought he could maybe 7 minutes a half here tonight to get himself back in the swing of things, Kevin.
Calvin Bear picked up his second personal foul for the 76ers. Iguodala for 3. Shoulder. He had missed 5 games with that injury and came back on Tuesday against the Boston Celtics and struggled 3 of 10 from the floor. Iguodala with a 3.
Well, if he's going to make that shot, he'll be an all-star.
Doing is on Iverson. Chris Webber.
That's his game.
The lead change in 3 ties. Sixers have led by 7. Miami has led by as many as 12. Iverson to Jackson. Next pass by AI.
Well, you can see what Iverson, he just took 2 guys with him and no weak side rotation. But Iverson has struggled a little bit with this year are turnovers. He leads the league in turnovers, averaging almost 8 assists a game, but turning the ball over almost 5 times a game. He's had a couple games. At any time I coach, guys, finish the quarter strong. This is when teams are going to make a push. I know it sounds like a broken record, but it's when good teams win games.
Iverson gets the screen and banks home. Korver knocked it away. 2-on-1 with Iverson. Korver inside. Another great pass by Iverson.
You know, there's this misconception that Kyle Korver's a 3-point.
That is a game high.
Iverson again, Korver running out on the break. He's the one that knocked that ball loose to get the steal and then the nice finish. You can always tell when guys, Miami needs to make a little push before Shaq has to sit down again and rest.
His first game back in 4, and that will not count. We'll just get back a little bit on this MVP thing. We've talked about Shaq. We talked about Nash. You know, you can throw Nowitzki's name in there too. But when you look at the numbers for Iverson, who is hovering over his 4th scoring title. He's already won it 3 times in the NBA. Currently the #1 scorer in the league. We talked about 2nd in steals and 5th in assists.
This graphic, the one thing that will jump out to this is the difference right here. When he got the MVP, 56 wins. This year they only have 39. So he's having an MVP kind of season.
Right.
And probably Philadelphia is probably about where most people thought they would be on the course of the season. But when you look at the other guys in the running, look what their teams are doing, 55, maybe 60 games. And that's really what you start judging the MVP voting on, unfortunately, for Iverson.
Well, Iverson knocking in a 3. He's got 21.
Dikembe Mutombo's been playing for Houston. There's another guy.
Plus he's been great in the locker room. Jackson.
At fourth seed and have the home court. That's what they should be shooting for.
Huge.
And Dallas, don't go to sleep on them now, Kevin. I've said all along, and everybody talks about the woeful defense. Well, I can tell you, they're a much better defensive team this year. They've got more size on the front line you want to line up against. They are playing great basketball. And Denver, don't count them out as being the third seed right now. With Seattle limping in, Denver still has a chance to get that third seed. So Seattle
away. Sizable Miami rebounding advantage of 10. Gallenberg.
Well, that's what you got to do. Catch the ball. Don't get cute with it. Go up and power it in, because the 6-2, their only losses to the Clippers and Bulls on the road, both of those games in overtime. Shaq rested 5 minutes and 19 seconds. Here's a quick release again by Korver to make it a one-point game, but Shaq rested 5 minutes. Count it.
Korver. Goliath has seen some time for Shaq, but Shaq is playing some pretty good minutes here in the second half.
You saw Iverson looking over at Korver. He said, that's okay, great shot, shoot the next one. That's what a leader has to do. He has to encourage his teammates to keep almost 53%.
Iverson for three. That's another three-ball.